Hey there, in the previous video we have learned that for any number to the power 0 is equal to 1 except for 0. In today's video, we shall check out the following. Number 1, we shall see a clear proof on a to the power 0 is equal to 1 when a is strictly not equal to 0. Number 2, how to calculate negative indices of numbers. Number 3, how to solve when exponent numbers have different bases but same power. Number 4, how to calculate exponents using a calculator. Before we begin, let us recall multiplication and division on fractions. Suppose we multiply 2 upon 3 and 4 upon 6. We have to multiply the numerator and denominators separately. Product of the numerators, that is 2 times 4 is equal to 8, and product of denominators, that is 3 times 6 is equal to 18. And so the answer becomes 8 upon 18. On the other hand, suppose we have to divide 2 upon 3 by 4 upon 6, then we will convert the division into multiplication by writing the reciprocal of the second number. That is, we get 2 times 6 upon 3 times 4. 2 times 6 being 12 and 3 times 4 being 12, and so we get 12 upon 12. We know that by increasing the power of a number 1 by 1 is equal to multiplying by that number each time, and decreasing the power 1 by 1 is equal to dividing by that number each time. And that is why 0th power of any number except 0 will be equal to 1. Now we shall extend this further. Power becomes minus 1. What will 2 power minus 1 be? You may know that every time we decrease the power, we divide by 2. So, to find out the value of 2 power minus 1, we need to divide the value of 2 power 0, that is 1, by 2. So, we get 2 power minus 1 is equal to 1 upon 2. To find out value of 2 power minus 2, we have to divide 1 by 2 by 2. Now, how will you divide 1 by 2 by 2? 2 can also be written as 2 by 1. So, we get 1 by 2 divided by 2 by 1. Converting division into multiplication, we write 2 by 1 as 1 by 2. So now we have to multiply 1 by 2 by 1 by 2. We get numerator as 1 square, denominator as 2 square, 1 square becomes 1, 2 square becomes 4, and so we get the answer as 1 upon 4. So 2 power minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 4. Then 2 power minus 3 will be equal to 1 cube by 2 cube. And as 2 cube is equal to 8, we get 1 by 8 as answer. Any power of 1 will be equal to 1 only. So we can rewrite 1 square as 1 and 1 cube as 1 itself. This will be the next law of indices. That is, a power minus m is equal to 1 upon a power m. In other words, we can say that to find negative power of a number, we need to find the positive exponent of that number and write its reciprocal. That's all. If a number is in its index form, then by changing the sign of the exponent, the number can be moved either to the top or the bottom of the fraction. That is, a power minus m can be written as 1 upon a power m, and a power m can be rewritten as 1 upon a power minus m. Using this law, we can write x power minus 1 as 1 by x. In the same way, 3 power minus 2 can be written as 1 upon 3 squared. We shall now see how to use calculator to find exponents. We can directly find the square or cube of a number. To find 2 square, first press 2, then press the x squared button and press equal to button to get the answer. We get 4. To find 2 power 3, press 2, then press the shift button, then press the x squared button, and pressing equal to, we get answer, that is 8. To find higher powers, we need to press the number first and then press the power key. Power key is right here in this calculator, but in some calculators it will be given like this caret sign. This same sign will be used in computer programming too. When using this, the next number we press will be considered as the index. Power key can also be of the form x power y power x, or a power x in some calculators. So, to find 2 power 0, press 2, then press the power key and then press 0 and equal to sign. We get the answer, that is 1. Okay, now let us see how to find for negative integers. When you press 2 and x to the power minus 1 button, you will get the answer 1 by 2. In case you want it in decimal form, then press SD button, which will convert decimals to fractions and fractions to decimals. you will see that you get the answer as 0.5. You will see that you get 2 power minus 2 as 0.25 and 2 power minus 3 as 0.125. Do check it in your calculators. In this way, you can find any powers of any numbers with any index. Now, how will you multiply or divide numbers with indices? We do this the same way we multiply and divide numbers in a calculator. Now let us press 2 power 3. Then click the right button to move the cursor from the index and press the multiplication sign and 2 power 5. Pressing equal to symbol, we will get the answer. In the same way, we can perform division also. In some expressions, even though the indices are different, the answer will remain the same. Suppose we find 2 power minus 2 times 2 power 2 and 2 power minus 1 times 2 power 1. To solve these, we can either convert them into fractions or we can even use multiplication index law. Let us use the index law as that's a little easy. The rule says a power m times a power n can be written as a power m plus n. So then 2 power minus 2 times 2 power 2 can be written as 2 power minus 2 plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0 and so we get 2 power 0. Since any number to the power 0 is equal to 1, we get the answer as 1. In the same way, 2 power minus 1 times 2 power 1 becomes 2 power minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2 power 0, which is equal to 1. So the answer is 1. Even though the indices are different, you may see that the answer is still the same. Okay then, let us now see how any number to the power 0 is 1. Let us find a to the power 2 times a power 0. Using multiplication law, we get a power 2 plus 0, which is equal to a power 2. We get a square times a power 0 is equal to a square. But we need to find the value of a power 0. So we have to remove a square from the left hand side. That cannot be removed from an equation as such. Any alteration we do, we have to do it for both the sides, or else the equation will not hold. So let us now divide by a square on both sides. Now a square and a squared will get cancelled, leaving us with a power 0, which is equal to 1. Next, let us see what the law of indices say about expressions with same power but different indices. Consider 6 to the power 4. This is nothing but 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Here, each 6 can be written as 2 times 3 in the form of factors. So, we can rewrite this as 2 times 3 the whole power 4 is equal to 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 3. We are already aware that the operation multiplication satisfies the commutative law. That is, the numbers can be multiplied in any order that we want. We will get the same product anyway. So let us rewrite the right hand side as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. This can be written in exponent form as 2 power 4 times 3 power 4. That is, we get 2 times 3 the whole power 4 is equal to 2 power 4 times 3 power 4. This is one law of indices. For two different base numbers, if they have the same power, then the power can be written for each individual base number. Now, 6 power 4 can be written as 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. We can write each 6 as 12 upon 2. We get 12 upon 2 the whole power 4 is equal to 12 upon 2 times 12 upon 2 times 12 upon 2 times 12 upon 2. We do know how to multiply fractions, right? Numerators will be multiplied separately. Denominators will be multiplied separately. So we get 12 times 12 times 12 times 12 upon 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. This in exponent form will be 12 power 4 upon 2 power 4. So 12 by 2 the whole power 4 will be equal to 12 power 4 upon 2 power 4. From this we can see that when two base numbers are divided and have same power, then that power can be written individually for both the base numbers. So, xy the whole square can be written as x square times y square. Now, how will you write xy the whole square? Here, there are no braces, so the power 2 belongs only to y. There is no equivalent index form for this. In the next video, we shall see how to solve problems using these laws of indices. An assessment on this topic is given in the description box. Do check out the link and complete the homework. If you have liked this video, hit the like button. If you have found this video easy to understand and useful, Share it with your family and friends. Do record your views in the comment section as this will encourage us to create more useful videos. Do not forget to subscribe to Fun Maths Academy channel to get constant updates on new videos we upload. Thank you.